for our walls, we're going to build them out of 2x4s. Same thing with 16-inch centers. Okay, so now we come up here and so we're going to select our 2x4, and we already have a 2x4 predetermined. So then we grab our drawing tool and draw our first 2x4. And then we're going to go grab our Alt key, and we're going to drag it down here like that. Hold down the Alt key. Come over like that. Alt key. And go back up here like this. Okay, so now there's all our 2x4s. No, that's okay. Alright, so what we're going to do is, since if we go into 3D mode, oh, that's showing our, shouldn't show that. I don't know why 3D showed that and not our something's going a little goofy here, because our floor is not an active window or an active layer. Well, let's see, is our did we turn our we turned our foundation off. Let's go ahead and turn our roof off. We don't need that. So really our only thing should be the markers and the walls. Might have to shut down the program and fire it back up. But anyway, if we look at these 2x4s, they're actually standing on end. So they're actually laying on the 1.5-inch side, and the 3.5-inch side is actually coming out of the screen towards us. And that's not what we want. Yeah, so let's see if we go. Yeah, that's not right. Alright, so what we need to do is we go in here, hit enter. Instead of the width being 1.5, we're going to change the width to 3.5, and we're going to change the height to 1.5. And what we just did by doing that is we rotated our board 90 degrees. So now it's laying on the 3.5-inch side. So let's change this one to 3. This one here to 1. And we don't want to go into the settings and make this change, because we're going to be using 2x4s in a whole bunch of different directions, and we don't want to keep going in there and changing that, so we'll just do it this way. Alright, so the wall we're going to work on first is going to be this top wall here. This one here. So what I could actually do is actually move this board here out like that. Then this board here, we can move this one out like this. Just for now. Because we're going to be concentrating on this one here. So now, when you build walls for any kind of building, you're going to have 1 2x4 down on the floor. And then you're going to use 2x4s that are 92 5/8 inches long if you want 8-foot walls. So you use 92 5/8 for all your studs that are 16 inches apart, or 16 inch centers. And then you got to put two 2x4s on top of the 92 5/8 boards, and that second board is going to be your the end cap board that's going to be up on top. So you'll have two boards, two 2x4s actually stacked on top of each other on the very top of the wall. So what we're going to do is we need one here on the very corner. So now we're going to use a different drawing tool. But before we get there, what we need to do is let's go back to let's pull this document here up. So I have 7 inches on top of floor. So what that means is this board here, starting off, is we're going to have to put it at 7 inches. So let's go ahead and put it at 7 inches and see if this comes out correctly. So then we'll go ahead and we'll save our drawing. Now we'll pull up our floor layer. Oh, and those stupid things change to those change to, yeah, god damn it. Yeah, they changed to 1x6s. Well, I'll worry about changing that later. I'll probably do that off screen. But anyway, always something. So now what we'll do is go into 3D. So, and then we come over here. And if you see our 2x4, 7 inches isn't quite tall enough because we're like not even halfway. Here's our 2x4 here, here's our 2x6s. So we need this part of the 2x4 up on top of the 2x6. So we got to raise it another probably 2 inches. So we're going to have to go to 9. So let's try 9 inches. So let's go over here. Alright, let's before we do that, let's pull our floor out of, because I think when I was highlighting, we weren't highlighting the correct board, and I didn't want to go screwing up my floor too much. So we're going to change this to 9 inches instead of 7. Okay, we're going to save it. We're going to turn our floor layer back on, and then go back into 3D. See, now we're too high. So now we go down. We can try 8 inches. Our board is selected, so we can go 8 inches. Okay, we'll save it, go back into 3D, and now our 2x4 is laying on top of the floor joist like it's supposed to. So it's looking good. I always like to make sure it's looking pretty dang close, if not right on. Alright, so we'll leave it at 9 inches. It's looking good enough for me. Alright, so let's go back into 2D. We'll have to change these 1x6s to 2x6s. It's really annoying, but that's what happens when you go in and change the parameters. I don't know if you can add more types of boards. I don't know, we'll have to do some digging in about that. So now our board is at 8 inches. So now we can go to all these others and add 8 inches to them so we don't have to do it later. 8 inch, 8 inch. Eight inch. 8 inch. We'll come over here and go to that one. Go 8 inch and 8 inch. Okay, so now we have all of them. All right. So now what we're going to need to do is our 2x4s are 1.5 inches thick, and when we draw our 2x4 on top of this one, if we added 8 inches to the starting Z point, it's going to be at the middle of this 2x4 here, and we don't want that. We want the 92 5/8 2x4 to sit on top of this 2x4 here. So we're going to have to add 3/4 of an inch. That's what I'm going to try first, is adding 3/4 of an inch to the starting Z of the 92 5/8 board, which is going to be 8 3/4 inch is what I'm going to start at, and see if that's where we want it. So what we'll do here, pull up our drawing tools, and we go to this tool here because we're going to be drawing vertical lines, and all we do is just stick our little guy there and hit the cursor, and then our starting Z is going to be 8 3/4 inch. So now what we have to do is add 92 5/8 to 8 3/4 to get the board, this board here, to be 92 5/8. A lot of math here. Alright, so 5/8 is 1/8 over a half. So let me write this down here. We'll do it on this. So 5/8 is equal a half plus 1/8. I'm just doing this so I know So when I'm trying to do this, figuring this out in my head here, what we need to add. I know there's probably a faster way of actually doing the math, but I don't want to do that. So 3/4 inch, we add a half to it, that'll give us an inch, and we'll have a quarter and an eighth, a quarter and an eighth, quarters 2 3/8, so it's going to be 1 3/8, so 9 3/8. Yeah, so 9 3/8. So we add 9 to 92. $101, so it should be 101 3/8. 101 3/8, right there. But that's not what that means. That's my other drawing that I was doing. But it's going to be 101 3/8. So if we come here to 101. Okay, so now when it draws this guy, and here's the other thing that we have to do with this as well. We'll zoom in, because it's going to draw all these little 2x4s like this. I don't know how to let's we want to move to the back. A little dot right there in the center, I gotta get that highlighted. And now we can right click, and rotate. Is there a rotate? No, that's not the one we're wanting. That's the one we're wanting. Rotate. Freehand. Rotate till that gets straight. Like that. Nope, we're too far. There. So that's where our 2x4 is at. Okay. So now we're at 70 3/4 inch. We should be able to that. There we go. We'll just use our copy tool, and that way we don't have to keep rotating these suckers. Last time I was drawing these individually, I had to do all that extra stuff. So we'll just do it like this and see. So then we'll need another one about right in here. Okay, so this one here, we're at see what number changes. Okay, so it's the X. The X line that changes. Okay. So if this one is at 72 3/4, so we go to our calculator. Go ahead and clear. And, we'll go 72 plus 16, 88. So then we go to our drawing, go here, and this is going to have to be at 88 3/4 of an inch. Yep. Five-eighths, 3/4. Okay, so then that's 16 inch from there to there. Okay. $104. $104 3/4. Five-eighths and 3/4. So that one there should be at 120 3/4. But why is it? Okay. Let's see here. I don't think that's. Yeah, that line's right there. Because this one here should be sitting there. Let's bring this back over to 88 and forget about the gonna bring that to 88, and then this other one we're gonna move it because everything is gonna line up. Our floor joists and our wall studs should all line up because we're starting from the same side of the building, so all our wall studs and floor joists should all be at the same spot. Alright. But if we go into 3D, so we'll save it. We go into 3D. I don't know why our floor is still showing. We'll have to shut this program down and go back in and see. So there's our the beginning of our wall. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that and see if that'll fix our issue. So we'll go ahead and shut down the program. And then we'll go back in. So now if we go into 3D, it should be, well, why is it still showing our floor joists? We'll have to figure out why that's doing that. It shouldn't. All that should be showing is our wall. Our floor joist should not even be displayed. That's kind of goofy. And if we go into our floor, yeah. No, that should be 1.5. That's right. Those should be 2x4s or 2x6s. Never mind. That's right. 1.5 by 5.5, that's our 2x6. That's what it should be. Okay. Alright, something goofy's going on. I just don't know why it's showing up in 3D. Because if we, let's see what happens if we leave the floor unselected but do the foundation, click apply, okay, and then did it put, yeah, it put that right underneath that sucker, didn't it? Huh, yeah, well, I don't know. We'll have to figure out what the hell's going on with that. Alright, so we're just gonna keep going on with this. One, two, three, and then the fourth one should be right there. So this one here is at 120. So this one here should be 136. Okay. $152. Okay, there's that. We got this one. 168. Cool. Grab our copy tool. Oh. Grab our thing. Put them right there. Okay, 168. $184, $183, we're 1 inch off. Okay. There should be 200, and that's at 200. That should be at 216. Grab our copy tool. We'll put it there. And this one here we're going to put there. And then this one here, put there. $216. This one here should be 236. No, 232. So we'll go to 232. Okay, we're at 232. Go to calculator. Add 16. Add 16. So 248. 248, sweet. 264. Okay, plus 16. 264, sweet. We like it when things come together like this. Okay, grab our copy tool. Oh. This one here we'll have to put about right there. And then we'll grab another one. put him right there. Okay. Then grab this tool, our select tool. Move this one over here. About right there. Okay, so that's at 292, and that's probably where we need to be. $280, so this one here should be, that should be $264. Alright, something's goofy here. $248. Okay, that's 248. That should be at 260. I see. I was looking at the wrong number. Okay, 264, and then that's 279. That's probably not right. It should be 278 or 280. Alright, so this one here should be 280. Oh, I need to make sure we're in the program. And then go 280. Oh, too far. Alright, like that. There we go. I was just looking at the wrong number. Okay, so then that one there is 296. Okay, 296. And that one there should be 312. 312. Cool. All right. Should be getting pretty close to the end here. All right. Grab our copy tool. Drop him there. Drop him there. And drop him there. Now, when I'm doing that, you should see like a little white tick in the black line. That's where the center of this is actually at. It might be hard to see it in the video. Alright, so that's 312 plus 16, 228 or 328. So this one here should be 328, and it is. Sweet. Getting pretty good at guessing that now. And that should be $344. Sweet. And that should be 360. 360. Sweet. I like that. Get our next 4 foot. Go to copy tool. Copy 3 more versions of our 2x4s. Whoop. Right there. Right there. Okay, so now go back to the select tool. That is now at 396. Or no, 360. Yeah, see, looking at the wrong damn number again. 360. 376, 376. That should be at 390. 392. We're too far. Yeah, 392. So we're 1 inch too far to the right, so we got to move it back to the left 1 inch, just like that. Sweet. And then 408. 408. Sweet. All right, so now we're at the end of our board. So we'll add our last 2 2x4s. We should have one set there. And then we need one at the very end. Like that. Okay. Now, that's at 396. Or we need 408. No, that's at 408. See, I'm looking at the wrong damn number again. Okay, so 408 plus 16 is going to be 424. So this one here should be at 424. 423. So we need to move it over 1 inch to the right. .424. Okay, sweet. Now we have all our 2x4s on this board. Okay, so let's go ahead and save it. We'll zoom out. Okay. And then we're not even going to worry about putting it on the foundation, because the foundation's going to be already there. So and there we go. So now if we look at these 2x4s that are on our wall studs, they should line up with our floor joists. And it's looking like they're pretty damn close, if not right on. Okay, so now we got our back wall. That's going to be our north wall, because I made the 2 short walls the east and west walls. The only thing I haven't decided yet is what side I'm going to put the door on. I know I'm going to put the door on the west side of the building, but I don't know if I want it in the 30-foot wall or in the 20-foot wall. The door actually facing west or the door facing south. I haven't made that decision yet. It all depends on what I want to do with the layout, because the layout's going to take up the whole entire building. The only break in the layout going around the whole building in like a circle is going to be the door. Is going to be the only break point. Other than that, layout's going to go from door to door. So, and it's going to be a dual layer, a 2-layer layout, like I say, with track going up and over the door. So it's going to be like a real long mountain pass. That's the plan anyway. Alright. So it's not looking too bad. Just don't know why our floor joist is are always showing, but that's okay. So now to finish this back wall, let's go back into 2D. And since our and we can find out if these boards are actually 92 5/8 inches long, and to do that all we do is highlight one. So we can go in here and actually highlight our board. So if we highlight it, see our board up here by the length, right up here, 92 5/8. Sweet. Alright, so now let's go back to this document here. Our boards are actually 101 3/8. That's what we're actually at. Let's go ahead and save this doc. Board on the very top. So what we need to do is see, before my other drawing I had it at 99 5/8 for the total length of these boards here, but for this drawing, for some reason it's got, well, maybe I didn't have, the other drawing wasn't quite right with the 2x6s above the 4x4 foundation. I might have had a little bit of the 2x6s inside the 4x4s. This is the only thing that I could think of why this is like that. Yeah, I must have had 2 inches of the floor joist going into the foundation. But anyway, so now by looking at this, we're 99, and then this was the top board sitting on the top of the 92 5/8 boards. So if this is our top of our boards, if we go in and we add an inch, 3/8, it's going to be 6/8, 5/8. Let's see, so we want to add, let's see here, we're going to add an inch. So let's try this top board here. Let's try it at 102 5/8. Let's see what that looks like. So 102 5/8. We'll see what that looks like. Alright, so let's zoom out. We already have a board. Let's see if we do this copy board. If we, yeah, it's gonna do it. Sweet. Let's copy another one. Alright, so we got our 2 top boards. Okay, so now that one there's at 8 inches. So if we go 102 and 5/8 on one side, and 102 5/8 on the other side. Okay, so now we can get our select tool, grab the board, and slide it on top of all those. Let's go ahead and save it. And now, let's see. Oh, yeah, see, we're up a little bit too high. Okay, so let's take the 5/8 out and see what that does. So let's just make it 102 inches. Perfect. Look at that. Ah. That's looking good. All right. So now this board, if the one is 102, so if we make this one 102 3/4, Alright, so let's add another. Probably want to okay, so that's too much. But what we want to do is let's slide this board off. And then this board, that's not the right one. Let's go to our object window, go to our wood, and we are looking for, where's our board? Oh. 103. Okay, so that's the 102. So if we go 102 and 1/4 inch, because I think that bottom 2x4 is a little still on top of hiding the tops of the 2x4. It's not quite sitting up on top. So yeah, so we're almost there. We're 1/4 inch is too high. Could be right on. So, half of a quarter is an eighth. We can go 1/8 inch and see what that looks like. There we go. That's what we want. So now we know for sure that 2x4 is actually sitting on top of the other ones. Okay, so now let's close this window. Go back into 2D. Grab this board. And there was a gap between. Let's see if it's gone. There's still a gap, but it's a little one. So let's drop it down by 1/8. So 1/8 minus 3/4 of an inch. Do I have a ruler? I don't have my tape measure down here. Well, isn't that all? Alright, let's see. Quarter, 1/8, 1/4. So should be, drop it down, should be that. Should be 5/8. Alright, so and there we go. Sweet. Alright. So there's our 2x4 studded wall for the back wall with the end caps. Alright. Okay, so that's our back wall right there. So let's go into our little document here. And we don't need rafters yet. doing 8 inches. And then this is our 101. That's our boards. And then we're at the top board. Is that at that. And then our other board (102 1/8). Okay, so it's 102. And this is the board. Okay. That way when I go to do these other walls, I don't have to rethink all these numbers. I'll already have them. So we got this one here. I'm gonna make them bold. Okay, and then the 8 inch. Okay. So that's it. Let's see. And then I think our door is going to be I think it's 38 inches wide by 80 inches tall. Okay, so that's the door. Okay, all right. So now we're going to move this board here into place. Like that. Alright, so we're good there. Alright. Let's grab our vertical tool. We're going to put a board here. Boom. We're going to go 8 inches. And then and 3/8. All right, let's see. Where's that line? Oh, why did it do that? Okay, that's fine. Oh, that's because I know why I did that. Because we forgot to make it a 2x4. So, why? Okay, something's goofy here. Go into 3D and see what's going on. Alright, what's going on here? see here. I need to think what's going on here. So 92. Because this other wall, we go in here and then we go into the wood. And we go to a 92 5/8 board like that. Ah, I see. Okay. I need to add 3/4. So it's actually 8 3/4 inch that we started our, oh, that makes sense. Okay. Alright, I see what's going on. I see what's going on. Alright. So, what we need to do is highlight this. We go in here and we add 3/4 of an inch because I forgot that we're sitting on top of a 2x4, and we got to add 3/4 of an inch to the bottom of the 92 5/8 board. So now we're 92 5/8. We're correct. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go back to our copy tool, highlight this guy, and bring him out here. Now you're probably wondering what the double studs. When I actually build these walls, this wall here is actually going to be pushed out. I'm just not worried about the actual drawing. This drawing here is more for 3D, and I'm not too worried about the 3D. All the 3D is doing is just going to give me an idea of what the building's going to look like. But when I actually build these walls, this 2x4 here with these two here are actually going to sit here. So then this stud that's sitting here will sit here actually. And then when I go to tie this corner together, I can actually shoot nails through this 2x4 here into these two here, because this is the width of the 2x4. So that's why I'm putting two 2x4s here, so you have something to nail this 2x4 into, and then that'll make my corner. So actually this 20-foot wall is going to be longer than 20 feet. It's going to be like 20 feet and 6 inches, or 3 inches maybe, 20 and 3 inches, because inch and a half, and inch and a half. It's like a 2x4 short on either end, so it's going to be like 20 feet and 3 inches, which is quite alright because the inside of our building is going to be actually it's going to be 19 feet. It's going to be 3 feet short, or 3 inches short on either end, or 3 inches short for the full distance on both measurements, the 20 foot and the 30 foot. So it'd be like 19 feet 9 inches by 29 9 inches, something like that, which would be alright. As long as I get this fairly close, we'll be all right. All right, so now let's go down here to this side, and let's move this wall out of the way like that, and then we'll go to our vertical tool, and we're gonna go 8 3/4. Where does that move to? Where's that move tool? Oh, okay. Let's highlight. Oop. No, we don't want to draw. Let's highlight this board and push it back. Move to back. Okay, so, oh. What the hell? The hell's going on here? Didn't it not draw my, alright. Doesn't look like it drew my line. 8 3/4 inch. Sometimes it does that, I guess. 101 3/8 inch. Why is it not drawing my lines? Alright, what's going on here? Oh, huh. Okay. It is drawing my lines. It's just... my lines are lines, they're not wood. I need to change them to 2x4s. That's why it's doing that. Okay. Whatever. Okay. So like that. Alright, so if we're sitting here, and let's get our copy tool. Let's scroll this up a little bit. And we make a copy. Boom. Now, what number is changing? So you... Okay, so it's the Y. The Y number is changing instead of the X number. Yeah, because that's 156, 170. Okay, so go into our calculator. We're gonna go 156. $172. Okay, so now we zoom. We go up. 172. Okay, sweet. All right, and I decided to put my small seams or short boards, because I'm probably going to cover the inside walls with drywall. So I want the short board when I do that. If I put drywall inside this building, I want the small piece back here, and it'll be on both sides, and then the other side, the longer side, the other small piece will probably be on the other side, like it is on that other top board there, and it'll be close to my door. So anyway, or I might put it on this end, that way I don't have to worry about the door. But anyways, let's see here. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can put 4 foot in here. We're gonna need a copy tool, and $172 plus 16, $188. Says this one here should be at 188. It's at 189, so it's an inch too high. So we'll move it down. Move it back up. There we go. $204. So this one here should be at 204, and it is. Cool. Grab our copy tool. Too far. Okay. 220, sweet. $236, and we're at $238, so we gotta drop it down. Oop. We gotta drop her down 2 inches. Okay, oop, too far. 236. Alright, sweet. Then we can go up here. It should be at 252. 252, sweet. Alright. $252. $268. And we're 1 inch off. Okay. 268. Okay. $284, sweet, that's right on. And then this other one should be right on too. 300. 300, sweet. Okay, go up 1. Now I need to go down 1. Well, it's coming along pretty good. Okay, let's see. $348 plus 16, $348. Okay. Am I almost there? Yeah, we're almost there. Okay, so copy tool. Okay. Yeah, that's right, the 20 foot, but it's going to be just slightly off. But it's going to give me an idea. So 348 plus 16, 364. Go up 2. Plus 16, 380. Go up 1. Oop, oop. Go up 1. Okay, and then that other should be the last. Okay, we should be good. All right. So now those studs are done. Now if we go save it and go into 3D, then there's our studs for the 20 foot wall. Just like that. Oop. Okay. Okay, so now we'll grab our copy tool and we'll grab 2 boards for the top boards. Okay, so now we'll go back to select tool. We'll go to our document and we want 102 and 1/8. So 102 1/8. 102 1/8. Should be able to drag that across on top of that board. And this one here, we're going to put at 103 5/8. Okay. So then I'm going to go 103 5/8. And there's our top boards on top of our 2x4s. And then our 2x4 wall on top of the floor joists that I don't know why is still here when the layer is turned off. Something's goofy with that. Okay, so now this wall's done. This wall and this wall are both done. So now, I don't know, like I say, I don't know what wall I want to put our door in. Because put that there. Let's go to the marker. Pull up our tools, our draw tool, get our marker. Okay, so our door, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. So our door is gonna start here. Why didn't it put our marker? One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's the marker. Okay. Going 4 foot, because that's 48 inches. And okay, so then I'm going to draw a line, 38-inch line. Okay. And then okay. So that's how wide our door is going to be. Then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're going to have 12 feet from the door, a little over 12 feet from the door to that back corner. All right, let's I want to do something here. Let's create a new layer. We're going to call it Okay, just oh, let's go back in. Let's edit. Let's change the color. Let's make it red. Okay, so, and it's going to be the active. It doesn't matter. Okay. So now let's get the so come off the, it's going to go into a 4 foot and probably 4 foot. Then it's going to go down to about 3 foot. And shoot up to about here. And then this is going to shoot across. Oop, oop. This is going to shoot to about here, maybe. Let's draw wall, because this is the 10. Three, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. something like that is what I was thinking about the bench work. Something like that. So this is like a little island type thing. But you have your door come in here. Eventually what I was planning on doing is and what I might do is make this, so we're still on bench work, so have like a little won't be able to do this until I get rid of the door, but eventually what I was planning on doing is out here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Probably have another building, but a smaller version, come out here and come out from here. So the outside door would actually be taken out here. This will be another little room. It'll be like 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So yeah, it'll be about 16 feet to here. Yeah. And then it would come out probably 8 feet, maybe. And then I don't know if I put any kind of track or anything in this little room here. You know, make like another little staging yard type thing, maybe. Have this come out here like 3 feet. And then come up here till it hits 3 feet, and then have another bench work come out like that. And then on this wall here, put the actual door here. Is kind of what I was thinking, but I might. The only problem is I have a power outlet thing. Yeah, so I really don't know. But I was gonna build like a little smaller building on the side of this bigger one, and what it would do is it would have the it'll be like a dispatcher type room. So I'd have the computer sitting in here with a dispatcher panel that will basically control the main line and the switching on the main line mostly, and then when you get into the yards and stuff like that, you'll be able to do it through the throttle. But this would be a wall here. Yeah, that's my that's the thinking anyway. And then these right in here, So I might make these bigger. Well, this one here I wouldn't be able to. I'd have to keep this one at 48, or it'd be the either 22-inch radius or 23-inch radius tracks for a 44 or a 46-inch helix sitting in here. That way you can go from level 1 up to level 2, and then to go up and over to the around the door. So basically I'd have the mountain pass would go around this whole outside walls. It'd be up towards the top of the wall, because it'll go up and over the door. And then there'd be a helix over here. But this one here I could probably make a little longer, so we could probably take these out, move this line up back another foot. Something like that. I don't know. But anyway, I want the table benchwork to be at least 3 feet across, all the way around the whole thing. And then on one end I'll have like a coal mine, and then either on the, probably up on the second level, maybe over here, I'll have like a power plant. That way the coal train can run through the whole layout, go up into the second level. But I would have it to where the coal train would have to go through all this, go up into the second level, come back around over here, go through all this, go up and over, or go up the mountain pass somehow, and then once it comes down over on this side and it comes around, and then it goes into the power plant to drop off the coal loads, or the coal cars. So I don't know, that's just something that I was thinking. I'd have to figure out how to do all that, but this is the kind of the rough sketch of what my idea is. We'll have to kind of play around with the track, and who knows, I might put, instead of putting the wall here, I might put the wall over here, split this, you know. There's different ways I can do this. All I know is it's going to be double layer, so it'll be 2 layers, and then you're going to have a staging yard underneath the lower level. So there'll be a staging yard down here that I can park trains and stuff like that under here. Might have, come off of the staging yard, I might have like a stage, there's another staging yard back in here that you just pull trains in one way. But I don't know, I might have the actual track go follow this whole thing around. But the idea is going to be to have the train go into the staging yard underneath the first layer, or first level, then come up onto the first level, go around the whole first level, then go up the helix, go up to the second level, come back, go around. Once it gets up into here, then it goes up the mountain pass, goes across the mountain pass, comes back down. We're still on the second level, come around, go through the second level, down to the first, then pack around, go back down into the staging yard underneath, and basically make it a big loop to where the train it goes through all the levels to include over the mountain pass to make one complete circle, I guess you can say, something like that. I don't know, that's something that I was thinking about, but I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, that's just the first idea, sketching. Like say, if I do build the building, the smaller add-on on the outside of the building, then I'll remove this door, and by removing this door I'll be able to put like I don't know about on the first level, but maybe on the second level be able to put a bridge that you have to duck to go under, or I might just make it to where you can swing it open. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for tonight. It's getting pretty late, so I'm going to shut this. We're going to quit it for tonight, and then I'll probably be back on in another day or so. We'll be back on, and we'll finish this wall over here and this wall over here, and then we'll start working on the roof. Now if I do put a wall here or put a wall here, but I'm planning on putting one here on this wall here will actually go up to the rafters itself, so it will actually kind of help support the roof. And then what I'll probably end up doing is just extend it from here to here, so it'll actually support this whole thing. Better to have a 10-foot gap. It won't go all the way down to the floor. It'll probably come down maybe a foot or two, maybe like a beam go across. But anyway, that's the ideas. But we're gonna call it quits for right now. Let's go ahead and save this, because I can turn off the bench. Oh, but it's the active thing, so I have to select the walls. Now I can go in and select the bench, and it'll delete, take that out. Yeah, and then we can take this wall here out, but I'll leave that line there for now. And we'll leave my markers up. Alright, so we'll I guess we'll talk to you guys later. We'll see you guys next time.